Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Leaders Worldwide Toastmasters Club. I am the Sergeant at Arms, Isaac Ford. And if you are a guest and you don't have a name, a G in front of your name, please do so now. And if you have a role, please put that in the title of your name. And last thing, if you have your cell phone on, please cut it off. Club mission: we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Club core values: integrity, respect, service, and excellence. Now, would you please welcome our president, Tala bin Hamid. Tala, you have the podium.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Isaac. Welcome everyone to this 106th meeting of Leaders Worldwide. And if you see the galaxy of stars here today, you would surely know that what puts the worldwide in Leaders Worldwide. It is so amazing to see so many people from all around the world. Truly all corners of the globe are covered today. And it is an immense pleasure to welcome all of you. It's also my immense pleasure to recognize some of the guests that we have today. So we have our first guest, and we have, Maimuna Saheb. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone. I think it's night there or wherever you are. Greetings to you. My name is Maimuna. I actually got connected with Cynthia through Atifa because I am in the same club. So I come from India, and I'm part of Gurgaon Toastmasters Club, which is based in the National Capital Region. So very excited to be here, and wish you all the best for your speeches and other roles. Thanks a lot.
Wow, that's so amazing. Only 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had a joint meeting, which was called the Fantabulous Four, and I believe Gurgaon was one of the participating clubs in that. So amazing to have you here. Next, we have a guest, Rome. Would you like to introduce yourself?
He
Yes,
says he
Rome.
can't speak. He's in the chat. Do you want to read that? He's at
Oh,
work.
all right. No worries at all. I can relate. Next, we have guest, and I'm sure, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's Loem Tebili. Please correct my pronunciation and introduce yourself.
Hi, good morning from Malaysia. My name is Luim. I come from Malaysia. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thrilled to learn that I got your pronunciation correct. Next, we move to our guest, Murtaza Ahad. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, yes, sure. And thank you for giving me the virtual floor. Hello, everybody. I am Murtaza Ahad. I am located in and from Bangladesh. I was the founding PR manager of Bangladesh Toastmasters. Currently a member of Smedley Chapter 1 Advanced Toastmasters. So that would be that. And it's a pleasure and honor to serve as your evaluator today. So over to you. Oh.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thrilled to have you as one of our evaluators today. Next, we have another guest evaluator, Sabaria Musa. And once again, feel free to correct my pronunciation. You're muted, Matt. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello. Hi. I'm Sabaria. I'm from Malaysia. I'm a guest of Cynthia. We've been in connection for some time, and it's a pleasure to be here as special evaluator for Salim. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We are thrilled to have you as well. Next, we have guest Kader Hussain. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Thank you so much. I'm Kader Hussain, speaking from Pakistan. I'm the very old member of your WhatsApp group, but not a regular member of the meeting. So I would like to be a public speaker, and also I would like to good communication, good speaker of English, and also motivational speaker. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Kader. Just like me, you are in Pakistan as well. And you owe an explanation. How come you're not at work or dropping the kids? Because that's what I am about to do right now. Lovely to have you. Lovely to have you with us. And we have another guest who has expressed that he is also at work. He won't be able to speak. But we call him E.T. Ilios. There's hardly any Toastmasters meeting where he is not part of it. So everywhere I go, no matter which meeting it is, no matter what part of the world it is, Ilios is there. So we are thrilled to have you as well. And now it is my honor and pleasure to once again hand over the charge to someone very wonderful, very dedicated, someone who works behind the scenes to get everything done seamlessly. His dedication to this club and to Toastmasters is exemplary. And he doesn't get to speak as often as we'd like, but whenever he does, it is always magical. Everyone, please put your hands together for our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Isaac Ford.
Thank you, Tala, for that introduction. I appreciate that a lot. And today, the theme is get the word out. And that's what we plan to do here at Leaders Worldwide, is to help you get the word out, because I know a lot of people have great ideas, have stories and books that they want to tell the world, but they're not really able to express it the way they would like to. So that's what we do here as a Toastmaster, help you develop that story and to be able to get it out. Without further ado, I want to keep this meeting running smoothly. And in order to do that, I have helpers. Our first helper is our GE, and that is Cynthia Stott. Cynthia, would you let them know your role?
Great. Should I let them know, or should we send them to the breakout room?
I don't know.
I think we need our advanced Toastmasters to go to the breakout room, because they're going to have their own timer and they're going to have their own speeches that they need to get on with. So let's make sure they get into the breakout room. There's 6 of them. So let's make sure to escort them to the breakout room.
Okay.
Do we have all 6 in the breakout room, Curtis? Curtis is our amazing master Zoom master today.
So persons assigned to the breakout room, you should see a prompt on your screen. Okay, one more person. Toastmaster Rosemary. Okay,
Great.
everyone has joined.
All right,
6.
thank you for
Okay,
that.
great.
Oh, okay, Cynthia, you have the stage.
Okay, awesome. I'm general evaluator today, and we're doing a little bit different. First of all, we sent everybody to the from the pod into the breakout room. Those are our more advanced speakers, and they're practicing for TEDx. And we're so excited that they're going to be doing the pod. We're doing a pilot today, and Monday, January 2nd is there's 6 of them. 3 of them are speaking today and evaluating, and the other 3 are taking roles, and they're going to split. And on January 2nd, the 3 that are taking roles are going to speak and evaluate on that day. And then we're just going to see how it works, if we need more training, because this is how we're going to practice for our TEDx after our speech contest, international speech contest on January 16th. So this is a big pilot. We're seeing if we can get ready for TEDx. And one of the other things that we're doing to get ready for TEDx is what I did as a general evaluator. And Maureen Xavier, when she has been a general evaluator, has done this. And Kathleen Pill has led the charge on this. And the general evaluator contacted the speakers and the evaluators and got them together, made sure that they had all their evaluation forms, and then checked before the meeting during the global networking that they were all here and contacted them if they needed to be here. And we're missing two speakers still, Salim Jackson and Binta. So we're going to go with speaker number 2, which is Samta first. But first I wanted to introduce the other members of my team. They're called my tag team, my timer. And the timer today is Kathleen Pill. And if she can introduce her role and say what she's going to be doing for us today. Kathleen, you have the floor.
Hi, all. I'm just going to give you the warning lights. So when the minimum time has been achieved, you'll see my green background. Then in the middle between the minimum and the maximum, you'll see the yellow. Red is when you have your maximum has been achieved and you have 30 seconds to wrap up. And this gets us used to being efficient and being aware of time. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Great, thank you. And that's especially important as we move into contest season. And we have a contest on January 16th. And timing is really important because you have to speak to that green light. You can't go before the green light. And at the red light, you should be done and ready to leave the floor within 30 seconds or else you get disqualified. And I've done that many, many times as both an international speaker, a humorous speaker, and also for the evaluation contest. So don't mess up your time. Great. And so next we have our grammarian, counter, and word of the day, Miss Sally Reyes. You have the floor.
Thank you. I'm delighted to participate in such an innovative project, and thank you. And our word of the day is expand. And that's our idea to get the word out, is pass it hand to hand, mouth to mouth, and make it work bigger for all of us. And I also am going to, in the regular room, I will be listening for the word of the day, and I will be counting that. And then I will be listening for ums, ahs, ohs, but, anything unusable that could make a more effective speech by taking it out. So you'll be reminded, say, oh, I kind of do that as a habit and I can change. And the next thing is I will be listening for those stupendous words that we don't often use, and we can appreciate how wonderfully expansive they make your message. Thank you.
Fabulous, fabulous. Thank you, Sally. And we are definitely expanding today, getting ready for our international speech contest and TEDx. And I love that you're looking at our word usage and seeing our gems that we're dropping from our mouth. So I'm going to turn it back to Isaac in just a minute. And then at the end of the meeting, I'm going to ask for reports from I'm going to first call for our evaluators, and then I'm going to ask for reports from our grammarian and our timer. And then also I will give a report of the meeting. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Isaac.
Thank you, Madam GM. Let's get this party started. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Simpa, and she's going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Martaza. Martaza, would you explain the objectives of her speech?
Well, absolutely. Toastmaster of the day, Isaac. And so Sumpa, her speech is going to be based upon effective body language. So what I'm going to be doing in general, and I'm just letting this out there because I had a chat with her yesterday night, my time, near about midnight. And the thing is that she wants basically constructive and yet honest feedback, even if it gets somewhat perhaps critical, but she's all ears for feedback as long as it's fact-based, as long as it's honest. And what I will be evaluating her on is her use of hand gestures, her posture, and the frequency and perhaps the quality as well of those. So with that being said, I wish our first speaker all the very best for her speech. I know she's going to do great, and she's a new Toastmaster, so I'm really looking forward to listening to her speech. So over to you, Isaac.
Thank you for that. And Madam Timer, would you let us know the time parameters of her speech?
Her, am I muted?
No, can hear you.
Okay, okay. It's 5 to 7 minutes.
Great. Okay, so at the green, it's 5 minutes, yellow 6, and 7 red. Thank you for that, Madam Timer.
And does she need verbal cues or not? Sampa, do you need verbal cues like saying green,
Yes, please. Can I have the verbal?
green,
delighted.
yellow, and red? Is that what you want? You want the colors?
Yes.
Okay.
Great, okay. Sampa is a new professional speaker. She is legally blind, the business liaison with the Oklahoma Department of Rehabilitation Services. She speaks, trains, and provides resources and abilities and exceeds contributions to their organization. The title of her speech, Global Inclusion, the Power of Abilities with Disabilities. The title again is Global Inclusion, the Power of Abilities with Disabilities. Sampa, you have the stage.
Hold on, audio now unmuted.
Marlon has been a police officer for 22 years. 11 of which he has been completely blind. Most visually impaired people, like me, have at least partial vision. Until Marlon, I never met a totally blind police officer. He commutes to his work daily, taking 3 taxis to get to his office, where he trains other cops in criminal analysis. Marlon absolutely loves his job and is most dedicated as he wears his police badge with pride. Marlon is a content human being living with a disability in a third world country. He lives on the island of Trinidad in the Caribbean. He gives the best of himself every single day to serve his country's national security. Fellow Toastmaster and honored guest, wouldn't it be amazing to hire a qualified and dedicated employees like Marlon? Are you aware most employees with disabilities are qualified, conscientious, and dedicated as Marlon? Is it fair and a good business decision to hire people with disabilities like Marlon? With fair and good business decision,
G-E-T-Elias Theophilus
with
G.
fair
Empire
and
Toastmasters has led the
good
meeting.
accommodation, sorry, I just got blank. All right. With fair and a good business decision making,
Mary Ashes has joined the meeting.
all right. I would like to tell you, wouldn't it be amazing to hire people like Marlon, would give all their dedication and their hard work to your organization? Some of you might be thinking, I want a dedicated and qualified employees like Marlon, but I don't know anything about disability.
Green.
Things has changed. We now have 6 business liaisons in 6 different regions in the state of Oklahoma. I am Shumpa Akhtar. I represent the Oklahoma Department of Rehabilitation Service, DRS. I would like to open your eyes to what we can offer you in order to support your employees with disabilities so that you could have a whole bunch of Marlins.
Yellow.
I have a colleague named Vicky. Vicky and I consider visually impaired, but we both have different abilities when it comes to performing our daily tasks at our workplace. You see, sometimes it is difficult to determine what one may need just by knowing the fact that 1% has a particular disability. It is sometimes impossible to cater your customers or employees with disabilities needs at its face value. For example, I prefer to receive my documents in an accessible electronic format. Where
Red.
Vicky may prefer her documents in the large print. People with disabilities varies, but you don't have to worry. We are here to assist you. Let's schedule an appointment and talk about this more. Here is your folder, which includes my business card and some brochures with information on services we provide. We can definitely help you expand your business so you can comply with American with Disability Act, which is ADA. And we can support you, expand your business, and attract great employees like our good friend Marlon. We can definitely help you with that. Thank you.
Thank you for that speech, Shupra.
Yes.
Timer, would you please put 1 minute on the clock for her evaluator?
And Isaac and Curtis, our Zoom host, it seems the breakout, they're having trouble with recording. Can someone go in there? Maybe Curtis can go in there and make sure, someone that's allowed to make sure that they can record, and we can just pause and wait till that's set up. Who can go in? And Isaac, are you able to make Rosalind Khan or Rosemary Sweeney or any of the others in the breakout room a co-host? I think that's why they're not able to record, because they don't have co-host. Ability.
I'm not sure if I leave the room, what would happen here, but.
Oh, no, you can't leave the room because you're the Zoom host. Can you do it from here, or maybe Curtis can do it as a co-host? Can he make other people co-host?
He is in the Zoom room now, so hopefully he can do that, because I can't get a message to him.
Okay. Would it be helpful, Kathleen, if you went over there? Because I think they don't have co-host ability there. They should have had co-host ability before they went to the breakout room. But I don't think that happened because they said they had trouble recording, and only co-host can record. So we want to make sure that that happens.
If Kathleen leaves the room, I'd be happy to take over the timer role, because it doesn't look like I have anyone to evaluate, and I'm happy to be the timer.
Great.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Sure. Kathleen, are you going to go? Oh, I can't hear you.
I'll go, and I may come back, but I very much appreciate your taking over the job, and I might just stay there and if I need to, and record if I can.
Great.
Okay. Here I go.
For that, Kathleen. Okay.
Love the teamwork.
Yes, there's been a little change in the schedule. So our second speaker will be Lydia, and her evaluator will be Toastmaster Maimuna. Yes.
I'm interrupting because we never officially gave, I think, Murtaz the time to record, to make his evaluation notes. Has he done that?
I have, yes. Already.
Okay, never mind that. We don't need the minute on the timer for that. Sorry to interrupt, and I did it for a reason. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Toastmaster, is that one interruption from me as well? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Once you're finished the introduction and the speaker gets started, could you pop over to the breakout room as well and assist me?
Okay. If I do that, nothing will happen to the recording, correct?
I don't think so. I hope not.
Okay.
I'll send you a message.
Okay. All right. Again, our second speaker is Lydia Norman, and Toastmaster Maimuna will let us know the objectives of her speech. Toastmaster Maimuna.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. So Toastmaster Lydia is giving her speech of effective coaching level 1 icebreaker speech. The purpose of her speech is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. I wish her the very best, and back to you, Toastmasters
Great.
today.
Thank you. Lydia Norman is a brand new Toastmaster at Leaders Worldwide, but she's not new to speaking. She's a neurodiverse, and she is passionate about creating workplaces that are fair, inclusive, and diverse. Her time will be 5 to 7 minutes. And the title, What Didn't Kill Me Made Me Stronger. What didn't kill me made me stronger. Lydia, you have the podium.
Have you ever been around someone who, despite all of the challenges and curveballs that life throws at them, never seems to give up? Did you ever wonder how they overcame those things and managed to keep going to reach the other side? Did you ever wish that you could actually sit down with them and learn from them what they actually did so that you could actually apply those things in your own life? Well, if your answers to any of those questions were no, and maybe even if they were yes, well, you now have another opportunity because I am one of those people. Hello, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Lydia Norman, and I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. My life to this point has been full of challenges, but in the face of those challenges, I found a strength that I never knew that I had. As I've shared my stories over the years, I've inevitably been asked questions like, how did you do it? How did you keep going? As I pondered these questions, I found that I could help others by sharing my experiences. My biggest life challenge came in 2016 when, after spending 20 years as an accountant in my last job, I experienced disability discrimination so severe that it caused me to have a nervous breakdown. It took me off the job for 8 weeks. Once I returned after my leave, the discrimination picked up right where it had left off. Eventually, it resulted in me having to leave that job. I had filed legal complaints, but I ended up having to withdraw those complaints because ultimately I had accepted a severance package from the company. That left me feeling like the company had actually got away with mistreating me. And I just could not let anyone else go through that same experience that I had gone through. So I decided that I wanted to create programs to help managers learn how to effectively manage people with autism and other cognitive disabilities like myself. I graduated with my Master in Business Administration with an emphasis in Human Resource Management at UNLV, University of Nevada, Las Vegas, in December 2019. And I was honored to present the graduate student address during commencement exercises. This was not my first experience in speaking. That happened at the tender age of 6 years old. When I reached my sophomore year in high school, I participated in forensics, which was a combination of speech competitions and debate competitions. My areas of competition were in oratory and impromptu speaking. I was a member of the National Forensics League. You know, a television commercial that I saw once said that people would rather die than to speak in public. Well, I guess I must be a glutton for punishment because I love being in front of people. Perhaps that's why, for as long as I can remember, I always wanted to be a performer, a singer, an actress, a model. I've done all of those things, though not to the extent that I would like. And I still dream of doing those things. However, my most important mission right now is becoming an advocate for people with autism and cognitive disabilities in the workplace, which is why I joined Toastmasters. My goal is to be a professional disability consultant to businesses and to speak on various stages worldwide. I plan to use my experience in Toastmasters to improve my communication techniques and to become the most effective leader I can be and to get the word out. Music is one of my passions, and I can usually find a song to express, my feelings. So I'd like to share with you some words from the song Stronger by Kelly Clarkson. She says, you didn't think that I'd come back swinging. You try to break me, but you see, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, makes you a fighter. And that's what I've become, a fighter who finds learning opportunities in every challenge I face. And as I come through, I find something that I can share with others to encourage them to make the world a better place. Thank you, and back to you.
Great, thank you for that speech. You are a survivor, a winner. Timer, would you please put 1 minute on the clock for her evaluator? And then after that, we will take a 5-minute break.
Yes, I
We're
will.
going to have the evaluators evaluate. The first one will evaluate Sampa because he needs to leave at the break.
Whoa.
So let's have the 2 evaluators.
Okay.
And then, or we could just have the 1 evaluator and then the break. Maybe we could do that so that he can leave because it's a little late for him. Are you okay to stay a little longer? Nakarusa?
I believe that I will have to leave early, I'm afraid. So it would
Yeah.
be nice if I could get my evaluation done before the break.
Well,
Yes,
yeah,
okay.
let's have you do the evaluation and then we'll take a break.
Okay. Our next evaluator will be Martuza.
It's still at 38 seconds, so can we give the evaluator her full minute? And then we can do it. We only have 15 more seconds left and we haven't
Sure.
been quiet. Now we're ready to switch gears.
Great, okay, thank you.
Sure.
Our next evaluator will be Martuza, who will evaluate Shumpa. Martuza, you have the stage.
Well, thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day. I would say evening, actually, to be more appropriate for y'all, for many of us. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and guests, Shumpa, I believe what you did well in terms of your speech was that I felt that you were very composed, and I'm not telling this to just inspire you or motivate you, but it comes from my heart. I did not see that you were nervous. I did not see any sort of fidgety hand gestures or movements, and neither did I see, you hunching up or scrunching up, and just looking down or any other sort of nervous tells. I did not find any. So good job on that. Another thing, Sampa, that you did well, and I believe that what you are mentally is going to be expressed physically one way or the other. And that is, you were composed in terms of your voice. I did not find your voice shaking or, there weren't any nervous tells. And I think a lot of the audience, they can agree upon that. So again, good work on that. Third thing that I noticed, Sampa, is that you were able to utilize your hand gestures at particular points. For example, I can clearly recall just at the very beginning of the speech, you did something, and that was you used a gesture and you put your hands on your hips and you said 22 years. Okay, when you were talking about a person who's differently abled, when you're talking about that person, put your hands on the hips, and what that did was that grabbed the audience's attention. What is Sumpa going to say? Now, Sumpa, you wanted my feedback to be not be overtly complimentary based on our chat, so I will do my best to do justice upon it. So the first thing, Sumpa, that perhaps you can improve upon is that while yes, you did use hand gestures, such as using putting your hands on the hips and then showing that there was a badge when you're talking about the person in the speech. However, I felt that maybe you can have utilized, you could have come up in front of the stage, and how you can do that is you can perhaps do that through rehearsing with someone. That could be a mentor. There's many people around this club. I think they'll be more than happy to help you. So and apart from that, another thing that I would say is that for me at least, I think I felt that sometimes the volume of your voice was a bit low, and based on my understanding, what you can have done is perhaps you could have adjusted the technical stuff a bit better perhaps, and that can be done again through rehearsal and practice. And lastly, what I would say is you can perhaps use a bit more vocal variety. When you said 22 years, yes, you did use vocal variety, but in order to take yourself to the next level and what you envision yourself as helping the community, in order to become even more effective speaker, is what you can do is you can amp up your vocal variety, because you can utilize that. For example, because I could have said 22 years, with just 6 years, something along those lines. But all in all, a fantastic job, and I'm really proud of the fact that you are doing what you're doing despite what your circumstances may be. So over to you, Mr. Toastmaster today.
Thank you for that evaluation. Wow. Our next evaluator will be Manuna.
Let's just go to break if we could.
Okay.
Let's go to break so that Atusa can leave. Yeah.
Okay. 5-minute break.
Woohoo! Okay, great. And I'm going to call our third speaker for today, Salim Jackson, and see if he can come in. Okay? I'll leave and come back.
Hey, Isaac, could you take a look at your chat?
Oh, okay. Welcome back. We will go to the third part of the meeting, which is with table topics. Timer, would you give the time frame for the table topic session?
Yes. Table topics are from 1 to 2 minutes. At 1, I will show the green background as soon as I can find it again. I lost it here. So at 1 minute will be the green background. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, it will be the yellow background. And at 2 minutes, it will be the red background. And I apologize, I'm having a hard time finding my virtual background to pop it up. Let me, because it's not popping up. So I will figure it out hopefully by the time we're in the table topic. So it's 1 minute green, 1 minute and 30 seconds yellow, 2 minutes red, and you have 30 seconds to wrap up after it goes to the red.
Thank you for that, Madam Timer. Now let me introduce our table topics master of today, which is Misty Forsman. Misty, take it away.
Thank you very much, Master Toastmaster. My company is publishing and have published a wide variety of projects, mostly nonfiction, including nonfiction, children's, and legacy, which is memoirs and collectible stuff, a TV series, TV movies, films, music festivals, and more. We're eclectic and boutique, and we've been doing this for over 35 years. Generally, books are fiction or nonfiction. Tonight's questions are going to be sorted by whoever answers them into fiction or nonfiction. And in the fiction genre, we have things like adventure stories, classics, crime, fairy tales, fables, folk tales, fantasy, historical fiction, horror, humor, satire, sci-fi, and the most popular topic, romance. In nonfiction, we have edited nonfiction and reference nonfiction. That would include something we did, for example, for the University of Texas, 48 volumes of the Arts and Crafts of China. Books are produced in a variety of formats. There's print, which includes hardcover and softcover, digital, which are ebooks and things that are of that sort, audio, there are Braille versions, and there are large print editions, and there are several others, but those are the most familiar ones that you might come across. We have a saying in our world, don't die with a book left in you. So I am very hopeful that if you are an aspiring author, or if you already have a book, that you will let us know as we go through some of these questions. I wanted to see by hands, but I can't do it because I'm not seeing the gallery, who has already published a book. But let me reach out for a couple of you. I would like to start with one of our guests, but I am not sure who's still in the room. Let's see, some of you can't speak. Luin, L-U-I-E-N, are you one of our guests? Are you here?
Yes,
Would you like to take a question?
yes, I would love to.
This is a moment to expand. So, if you were to do a book, what would your vision be for that book?
Okay, if I would like to write a book, my vision is to bring my idea, and I want to make sure that it has the great impact of my society first, and then for my nation, for the nation, and also for the world. And my book maybe would be about pollution, because in my country this is a big issue.
Yeah, and I've seen that it is not good for my eyes. I could see people dump rubbish anywhere, even from their car. Yeah, and I really want to talk about it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. That definitely is in the nonfiction category, I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
Very much needed. Do I have anyone who has already written a book or is in the process of writing a book?
Yeah, I've written.
That's Martusha.
Martusha,
Yes.
have you written or are you writing?
Yeah, I've written and published.
I'm sorry?
I have published, like wrote and published.
I'm not
It's
catching what.
available. Yeah, it's available in Amazon. My book is available in Amazon.
He's written a book and published the book.
Oh, you
So
okay.
Marichu's,
All
can you
right.
speak
So
a
my
little more
question.
slowly so she can hear you?
Thank
If you
you.
speak slowly, you'll be more audible.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you, Cynthia.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. How have you marketed your book?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Table Topic Master. Yeah, my name is Martesh. I'm from India. I have written a book called The Art of Reinventing You, which is also available in Amazon, US Amazon market. And I took 3 years to write a book. And after completing my book, I have asked many publishers to publish that book. Then I got a friend in Toastmasters. He helped me in publishing that book, and it is also available in hard copy and soft copy in US market. And to market that book, best way I used his social media. I spoke about my book in YouTube and shared in my all the groups. And next strategy, what I used is the Facebook and to Instagrams, and I posted about that book. And the third strategy which I used is Toastmasters International. Whenever I used to attend my book and attend the meeting, I used to tell about my book. I used to tell about the content, and I used to tell about how it is impact to the people. And people were very curious and used to buy my book. And fourth strategy is I published my book in a international publication. Hence, it reached to all the people. Thank you. Back to Table Toast.
Thank you very much. Bravo for you for getting your book out there. I believe we may have someone here who has done or is working on a romance novel. Who would that be? Is that Marutesh? Am I saying that right? I apologize for.
Yeah, yes. Marutesh is correct.
Okay, so you did the romance book.
Yeah, I wrote a book called The Art of Reinventing You. Means any
I
small
didn't hear
boy
that title.
or
What was that? The Art of what?
reinventing you.
Reinventing you.
Oh,
Yes.
reinventing you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that would not that's for me that yours is not that's a nonfiction book.
Yes,
rather
right.
than
Correct.
rather than a fiction book.
Yeah,
So
and
is
also
any let me interrupt you so I can ask someone else because we've heard a little bit from you. Thank you. I wanted to know who is working on a book currently. Can I see a hand? Because I can see you now. Lydia, are you working on a book?
Yes, I am working on a book.
Which genre are you working on?
I am working on, it's kind of a self-help, I guess.
Self-help. So you're in the nonfiction category.
Yes.
Why this book? Here's my question to you. Why this book? Why you? And why now?
The reason why I do this book goes right along with the speech that I gave earlier today, is that I have experienced so many things in my life that should have kept me down, but it didn't. And I look at that as being a way of, maybe it was the universe's way of making it so that I would be able to help multiple people all over the world in various walks of life and all types of things. So why now? Why not now? Who else would do it? So that's why I'm here. And I am looking forward to having the challenge of being able to take all of the multiple experiences that I have had throughout my life, being able to summarize it in a way that will motivate people and touch their hearts, and to allow them to use my experience to say, you know what, she did it, I can do it.
So does your plan include a print book, hardcover, softcover, a digital book, an audio book, some of the above, all of the above?
I would think very many of the above, because being someone with a disability, I would want to make sure that my products were available in formats that were accessible for all.
So right now we have 4. Hardcover, softcover, digital, which is like ebooks, and audio. Those are the top 4. Excellent. Thank you very much. What more would you like to add?
Thank you.
I want to tell you all something that you may not be aware of. Is there anyone here who does not use email? You all do email and social media, perhaps, etc. I want to congratulate you all because you are all published authors. The fact that you post, yes, the fact that you post on social media, that you write emails, actually you are published. So the next step in perhaps your development and your expansion to write a book or write something that can be shared in a very expansive way will be continuing your success as a published author. Get the word out. Don't die with a book still inside you. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Misty.
Don't we
Such-
have time for one more? I think Sabaraya wanted to say something.
Where are you, said Raya? Ah, yes.
She wrote something in the chat.
Okay, I missed your, I'm sorry, I've got the chat covered up.
Yeah.
Well, tell us 2 things. We're going to ask you 2 questions.
Yes.
One is, Cynthia, one is, which genre are you writing? Is it fiction, nonfiction, and which of the categories? And then how does this book fit with your goals?
Writing. Tabletop master. I actually haven't written anything. I have been thinking about writing, but if I do write, it will be about public speaking and about relationship. But what I have done so far is a sharing of books. I read books and I do sharing of books at our book cafe meeting. And the most recent book that I shared was How to Win Friends and Influence People. So these are about relationship, yeah, by Dale Carnegie there, Isaac. Yeah, it's a book that's widely read and it's like $1 million seller. It is a book about relationship. It's a book about even about leadership and public speaking. And it's a great book. It's a great book for Toastmasters as well. Well, it might have some tips that are like backdated, that are like ages ago, but it may be applicable if you adjust it accordingly. And it's a great book to read. If you haven't have that book yet, get hold of that and expand that knowledge, expand that Toastmasters dream. And why I want to write things about relationship is because the world needs love. We have to expand love. We have to expand kindness in this world. And let's all get together, be kind, be good to each other, spread love, because that's what we need. So if I do write the book, okay, now not if I, when I write the book, when the time is right, I'm going to write soft copy and also hard copy about relationship, about giving love, about being kind to everybody. It is not difficult to say hello to the toilet cleaner. It's not difficult to say you do a good job to the street sweeper. It is just simple love, then you will spread love all around the world. So that will be the book I'll write. Tabletop Master. It's about relationship, kindness, and good things in life. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you. I have one tip and secret I want to share with you all about publishing. You know how there's all this stories and comments and things about a bestseller? Bestseller books are manufactured. That means they are made into bestsellers by virtue of the choices that are made in a variety of areas. So if anyone is interested in moving their book into bestseller category, if you think that will help with your marketing, reach out to me and I'll tell you how they are done. The exception is if you're a big public figure like an ex-president, a royal member of the royal family or something of that sort, or a celebrity. But for the rest of us mere mortals, they're all created. It's all about how the publishing is handled. So the book that I'm working on is called How to Publish Without Being Screwed, Blued, and Tattooed. And if you don't appreciate the humor, then you're probably not part of my audience. But we will talk in that about, and notice I said we, because editorial is always we. Pontifical Royal Editorial are all we. We do this and we do that. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for that table topics and advice to all these writers out here who got books inside. You need to get them out. Now I would like to bring in our next evaluator, who is Manuma, and she is going to evaluate Lydia. Toastmaster Namua, you have the stage.
It's Memuna, but no worries. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Toastmaster Lydia. Before the speaker even began the speech, I thought to myself, wait, isn't this what Kelly Clarkson just said in her song? Kelly might have said it, but you have also lived it. You started the speech with a question, and to paraphrase what you were saying, you basically said, did you see a person? with every challenge possible. And then not only this made the audience question and reflect on their own life, but then you also answered that question. That just made it so captivating. The speaker just made us go through her own experiences in a timeline, which is important to understand her life events, so we can see the differences in her life visibly. In terms of body language, she was smiling throughout, just like she has done through all the challenges in her life. And there can be no doubt that she has come out stronger. Her voice modulation is top notch. She makes you feel something when emphasizing words like die or speaking softly with words like right now. I can go on and on about how inspiring you are, because that's how clear the message of your speech was. To say the least, it's clearly established that you are not new to public speaking. Just a few suggestions. In terms of camera contact, a little more of not looking down could be done so that your audience is, right with you there. The virtual stage could have been utilized a little better, which is because you have amazing comfort anyways. So you could have easily done that with adjusting your camera better so that we can have more of your virtual podium, and perhaps standing could also work if that's comfortable with you. Also, for the content, maybe a little more details on your likes, dislikes, what your background is, etc. could have made this speech a little better, because it was icebreaker. So just to meet the objective of the speech. But all in all, let me tell you something. You have expanded our abilities today. And I'm sure everyone here agrees that the world is a better place, not just today with your speech, but with you just being here today. So thank you so much.
Thank you for that evaluation. And I apologize for messing up your name. I tend to do that. So bear with me on that. Now, the next part of any meeting is the evaluation. And we have a fantastic evaluator. You've already heard from her today. I'm going to bring her back. The general evaluator of today is Cynthia Stott. Cynthia, you have the floor.
Great, awesome. And we still have a little bit of time left. So Salim is at an airport. I didn't know he was going to be at an airport, and he's getting his baggage. He may come back in time to give his speech. But first, I want to hear the timers report. And Maureen, can you please give us your timers report? How did we do on timing today?
We did great on timing today. Everyone that spoke within the time parameters. Nobody was short and nobody was long. Lydia spoke for 5 minutes and 32 seconds. Murtaza, who was the evaluator, he was a little bit touch over, 3 minutes and 50 seconds. The cutoff is 3 minutes and 30 seconds there. On table topics, Luin was 1 minute and 12 seconds. Maryutesh was 1 minute and 59 seconds. Lydia, in table topics, we had a little bit of a rolling time. Her initial time was around 1 minute and 24 seconds because she was complete, and then she was asked more questions. All in all, it all was completed, even in the interaction, within 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Sabaraya was 1 minute and 54 seconds. And Maimuna was, I'm sorry, I haven't even written it down yet. Maimuna's evaluation was 2 minutes and 36 seconds.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Thank you for stepping up and being the timer, expanding us and being flexible and filling in that gap. Awesome.
My pleasure.
Our grammarian Sally Reyes, whose birthday is today. Happy birthday, Sally.
Thank you. Aha, is it
give
my
us our
turn?
expanded table grammarian report.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a fun word because many people reflected their expanding in their own lives. And so not everyone used the word, but they enjoyed, and we enjoyed listening to the progress. And Misty used it 3 times, Lydia 2 times, Cynthia 1 time, Maureen 1 time, Sabaraya 3 times, and Maimona 2 times. And let's see, Mortaza used a wonderful word in composed, however he used it in his speech, was a beautiful word, and I wanted you all to know that. Accessibility is really being an exciting, progressing moment for all of us. And let's see. Okay. Advocate is another word I love to hear. Thank you. I think I've got covered it today, and I didn't hear a lot of buts or ahs or ands, and no fillers that we didn't need. They were beautifully spoken today. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Sally, for that wonderful grammarian report. And now it's time for the general evaluators report. It looks like Salim is not going to make it. So we're running ahead of the schedule because we had 2 people who couldn't come and give their speeches, but we had some great speeches, some great evaluations, especially these are our newer speakers. They stepped up and were engaged and bold, and then their evaluations were very balanced, gave good strengths and stretch goals, something to look forward to for the next time. I love the table topics, and I love the Toastmaster of the day. I really felt that we were all expanding and filling in that gap and making it work, being flexible, especially Maureen as the timer, she filled in and stepped up, and then Sally Ezra, our beautiful grammarian. So we're going to go for our VPE in just a second. We're going to go back to the Toastmaster and then go back to that. And then we're going to have time for takeaways and chocolate. What are you taking away with you today? So we'll have that in just a minute. And I want to say that it's been an excellent meeting overall, and we're ahead of schedule. So back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Isaac Ford.
Great, thank you for that, Madam GE. At this point, I believe Kathleen is back, but before that happens, I just want to say I appreciate everybody's input today. Everybody just jumping in. That's what Toastmasters do. They just take whatever situation they have and just make it better. So I wanted to see if Kathleen is back in the room so she can go over the roles that we need for our next meeting.
We're coming back in, Isaac.
Okay, great, thank you. So Kathleen, I put you on the spot. We need to know what roles we need to fill at our next meeting.
Am I muted?
Yes, no, you're good. We can hear you.
Oh, good. Okay. The next meeting is going to be a party, and that will be a close of the year party where we're going to have celebrations and toasts, and they are celebrations of holidays, of funny days, of a fun memory that has to do with a holiday. And Atifa is going to deliver one, we call it a toast. And so we'll see what holiday she is celebrating. And we have room for 5 toasts. And so you can make it into a speech, you can make it into a 4 to 6 minute speech, and you can get credit for it. Or for that matter, you could make it into a 5 to 7 minute speech, as long as your speech was actually no more than 5.5 minutes, if that makes sense. And so we'll just need these toasters. We'll need a toast master and a timer. And not much else. So who has a memory or a story about, especially about a holiday, that they would like to talk about?
Sandra Edwards has her hand up.
Oh, good, Sandra.
So I don't have one little incident, but I just have an unusual situation with another family, and I would just like to share the tradition that we've shared over the years. And I think that would be a fun story, and it would be easy to make it into a speech.
Perfect. Perfect.
Great. And
Thank
Catherine?
you. Uh-huh.
I remind you that we do have Maya Catherine that already signed up for one, but she didn't seem to be in the Easy Speak. So one of
Okay.
those positions is filled now. 3 of them are filled, but looks like Lydia has her hand up.
Oh, that's really nice. Okay, I'm doing it right now. I'll put Maya right in there.
And Lydia?
And Lydia, this is wonderful. I can't
And
wait
do
to
we
hear.
have one more left, or?
Yes,
Do
we
we have
do.
room? We do. So anybody else, especially Sampa, or, oh, Cassandra's got her hand up.
Good. Excellent. Okay.
And a backup
And-
looks like Rosemary had her hand up.
Oh,
Rosemary, we can stick you in here. We can make more than, we're taking from a model from last year where we had a keynote speaker. We don't have to have a keynote speaker. We can have a bunch of toasts. And
Okay, then.
if you want, you can make this into a speech, and we can have it, I don't know. I think they should be short, 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes max.
and you're
But we
going to
can
make
have
the
a lot of
project?
toast.
And
Yeah,
you're going to
we-
make a project for them? That's what you mean by a speech?
Yes, if you want to use it as a project, as long as it's short, it's not 7.5, it's 5.5. Then get credit for a project. And so, Rosemary, I'll put you in.
And I just heard from Raghunanda this morning that he wants to be the table topics master for us on January 2nd.
Okay, well, we can address that later.
How
but
exciting.
For now,
And it looks like Manuma has a question.
Just what Catherine was saying, Kathleen, sorry. So can guest speakers come for this? Can we give a toast? Just a question. Yeah.
Not a toast, but maybe you could fill another role. Is there another role? Because the toast, the prepared speeches, we have to leave room for all of our members. But
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, is there another role for
I'm
Marissa?
so tempted.
Marissa?
So tempted to hear from you, Maimuna.
And we're going to have a table topic session, so you'll definitely be able to speak. It will be an extended table topic section.
Sure. So
Yeah,
whatever's
so you-
possible. Let me know.
Yeah, so it's a
Okay.
2-minute speech rather than a 5-minute speech. And Sampa has her hand up for something. Is Sampa?
Yeah, anything that I can do,
Oh, good.
whatever is left. I was looking for the hand raise. I was struggling to find one. Now I found it.
And there will be an extended table topic session, so that'll be great. Yeah, Mamusa, we would love to have you back.
So we're gonna dress up in fancy clothes. This will be fun.
Might wear my holiday hat. I don't know. No, I'll be at my sister's house. I forgot to bring it.
Scarf, dress up.
Would someone like to be the Toastmaster and conduct be the MC of the whole meeting?
Would you, Maureen?
She won't, she says she's not going to be
Oh,
here.
you're
Is
not
that
going to
correct?
be here. Oh, darn.
Yeah, it's always good to have you, Maureen.
How about Rosalind or Rosemary or Isaac?
Rosemary's going to
Oh, I
do a
think
toast.
Isaac should be Toastmaster.
Woohoo! Are you game,
Oh,
Isaac?
boy, I don't know. Oh, what day is it again?
Let's see, it's December 5.
Oh, okay.
How about Curtis? I'd love to have.
Yeah, Curtis.
We never see enough of Curtis.
Is he still here?
Yeah,
Oh, he's
I'm still here,
here.
but I don't think I'm going to be able to do full
Oh.
Toastmaster of the evening.
That's December 5th.
Yes.
Can we at least have you here for our table topics and you can give a table topics speech, just 2 minutes?
December 5th.
I'd commit to that.
Yeah, that's great.
And
Do we have a
Cassandra, are
table
you
topic
able to
next?
are you able to come to this meeting on December 5?
Yes.
Cassandra?
No.
Okay.
How about Rosalind or Sandra?
Sandra doesn't know how to do that.
Be a
Okay,
table
I will
topics
I will
master?
not speak and I'll be the Toastmaster of the meeting.
Great.
Who will be the Toastmaster?
Rosemary
Rosemary.
Sweeney, DTM Rosemary Sweeney.
Oh, good. Rosemary.
Yay! Was that, did Isaac say he was going to?
No. Rosemary's got it.
Okay, great. Great. And who would want to be table topics master?
I guess I could do that.
Oh, great.
You'd think I'd be able to, wouldn't you?
Yes, you definitely could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that should be fun. We'll work on that. And Rosalind, will you be there on the 5th?
I think so.
Could you do something? Maybe our timer? Keep us on time because we've got lots of table topics and stuff happening.
I could try. I just don't have the fancy lights and things like that.
Ah, okay.
Well, I can be the timer.
You can be the timer? Okay. Maybe you can give us some table. Is there any other roles for Rosalind? Kathleen? There's definitely table topic speaker. Kathleen, did we have another role for Rosalind? Or did we lose Kathleen? Oh, no. There she is.
Ms. Rosalind would always be a good toaster, wouldn't she?
Toaster.
Yeah.
A what?
You'd love to give us a toast, wouldn't you?
A 5-minute holiday speech about a fun
Sure.
holiday?
Sure. We can give a toast.
Yes.
Yes.
I wonder if we have anyone that could be our, Isaac's going to be our timer. So we have a table topics, we have all the roles filled, Kathleen?
I think.
Are you still using a grammarian?
Yes, yes.
That's
We
me.
need-
Sampa has
Yay!
a hand up, has a raised hand.
What was that?
Oh, Shumpa.
Sumpa has a raised hand.
Yes, Super?
Oh, you know what? Maybe she wasn't able to lower it because she had a hard time finding it.
Okay, okay. Because, yeah, she's doing a toast, isn't she, Kathleen? And she can get credit for it. She and Lydia will definitely get credit for it because they need to finish their speeches so they can be on our competition on the 16th.
I did not, am I muted? Oh,
no.
Okay, I did not have Shumpa as a toaster.
Didn't she say she wanted to be?
Did people hear that?
I heard her say she would do anything. She'd love to fill a role.
Oh, she'll give us
Yeah.
a good toast.
Yeah.
She can take my spot.
Okay, and please come back, Cassandra, when you can.
Yes, we need some Toastmasters some table topic speakers. That'll be fun. And who's our table
So
topics?
the thing is, yeah, that's the thing. We need a table topics meister.
We didn't get one?
Is that me? Am I total?
Yeah, that's Sandra. Yeah, she
I thought you
volunteered.
were going to give us a toast about.
No, she's doing a table topics.
Well, I was gonna do a toast, but so I shouldn't do the table topics?
Let's give the table topics master job to another person.
Okay, do.
Yeah.
How many toasters do we have?
Well, we have so far.
Because I think Sandra could really practice with the table topics master would be really great for her.
Oh, do you? I want to hear
Yeah.
her toast is what I want to hear.
Well, she can probably say that somewhat as a table topics master. I don't know. She volunteered for table topics master. So, yeah,
Well,
whatever
she
you
volunteered
choose, whatever
to
you
do a
choose.
toast. But
She actually volunteered, as Maureen said, she volunteered to be a table topics master.
okay,
But,
then Sandra, you'll be table topics master.
Yeah.
That good with you?
Okay, now I don't get to tell my story. I want to tell my Christmas story. I want to.
Okay.
I want to do.
You'll do both.
Oh, all right. I'll do both.
A plethora.
Mm-hmm.
Are we all filled up?
I do believe we are, Rosalind. Now you're going to give us a toast, Rosalind. And then Rosemary is going to be the Toastmaster of the day. And Isaac is going to be timer. We're going to have a plethora, a superfluity of toasters, including Lydia, and Sally is going to keep us aware of our grammar. Sally, would you care to do a holiday story? Would you
No,
care to?
certainly grammarian.
Yeah, I just thought
She's grammarian.
mix it up. Okay, all right, then we are good for, let me just check.
Is there such a word as superfluity? It sounds great.
Of course there is.
You already
know
got your
that.
word of the day, huh?
Okay, good. I've got my list now. I have to stick it into the actual
Form.
template. Thanks, guys. Thanks very much. This has been fun too.
So, are we leaving
Sandra?
early today?
We're gonna have takeaways and chocolates, and then we'll head off.
Okay.
To Buffalo. So great. And we want all our guests to come back on our holiday party on the 5th of December, and you can share your table topic speech. And we would like to hear from our guests. So is it May Munsa? Is that right? May Munsa?
It's Memuna. No worries.
Maymuna.
Yeah.
Maymuna. Yes, Moon. Maymuna.
Yes.
What are you taking away with you today from the meeting?
One is definitely what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Ah.
And second is that I think there's just so much of, I'm sorry, there's just so much of warmth and glow when you meet people around the world. So that's really beautiful. I think.
And here at Leaders Worldwide, we give away virtual chocolate or any dessert or anything you would take. Can I throw you something?
Yeah, a cheesecake.
Cheesecake! Ooh, one of my favorites. I love New York cheesecake with a great graham cracker crust.
Then we can be friends. Yeah.
Yeah! Here it comes. 1, 2, 3. Woo! I gave you 2 pieces because you are a wonderful evaluator and guest. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Cynthia. Yeah, this is my breakfast. So thanks so much.
Yeah, Tala, you're back. Awesome. You want bagels?
I've been here for some time,
Oh, great. And
but
what are
I'm
you
at work.
what are you taking away with you? What are you taking away with you?
Well, what I am taking away, well, today what I'm taking away is that one basic learning, that having a variety of speeches and icebreakers and a galaxy of evaluators is as good as having a keynote, or even better.
Awesome. And you wanted mini bagels. That sounds good. Want some cream cheese with that, or jam, or
Just cheese, please.
cheese? Oh, what kind?
Well, I believe normal cream cheese will do.
Cream cheese. Here it comes. Bagels and cream cheese. Woohoo! Mini variety.
All right. You made my day. Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful breakfast.
I have a
And
question for you, Talha. Would you care to deliver a 5-minute toast at the end of year party? That would be December 5. We could put you in the.
It will be in this time slot, right?
Yeah.
I think we could fit it in this time slot.
Maybe you could do one at the beginning. You could be the first one, because I know you have to get on to work.
Yeah. Count me in.
But put him first.
Count me in.
Great.
I can make time. Count me in.
Yay! And our guests. Let's see. Luan, would you like to say what you're taking away with you? What do you learn? What is your ahas?
Yeah, I gain a lot, but the most of it is I have the chance to interact with all the great people here. And this is an amazing experience to be among of the great people like you. And I am sure that from now on, I will be more confident in speaking English, which is not my native language. And I'm so eager to learn. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. And what would you like for a dessert or food? Something special treat virtually?
I want candy.
Candy. Awesome. And here comes your plethora of candy. Woo! Great. And thank you. And did Sabaraya leave, or can somebody tell me if she had to leave? Isaac, did
yes.
Sabaraya leave? Okay.
She's here.
I'm back. Yes.
Oh,
is
is
here?
oh, good.
I was just about to
Sabaraya, would
leave.
you like to tell us what you're taking away with you before you go? Sabaraya?
Yeah, from the meeting. From the
Mhm.
meeting, my takeaway is like everybody cover each other when like Marines straight away come in to volunteer. So volunteerism is great here, and this is what I like. And I think all of us in Toastmasters should do that, and I think we are all doing that. That is my takeaway. Cynthia, Dita, and Cynthia, thank you so much for having me, everybody. Yeah, thank you.
Expanded and flexible. And what would you like as a treat?
Muffins, maybe. Haven't baked
What was
muffins
that?
for a while. Muffins.
Muffins. What kind?
Banana and almond.
Banana nut bread. How's that? A muffin.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Woo! Thank you,
Thank
Sabaraya.
you.
Hope you can come back.
Will do. Yeah.
Awesome.
Bye.
Oh, bye-bye. And
you guys.
Ilios, I think he can't talk. Do we have any more guests? Because I wanted to get to our speakers tonight. Lydia, would you like to share, Lydia, what was your experience? How was it giving your icebreaker?
I was a little nervous, but I really enjoyed the experience and I loved the feedback that I got. It was great to have some things to work on and that I can apply for next time.
And you were damn good.
Awesome. What was that, Sally?
I said she was damn good.
Woohoo! Yes, you were. Awesome. And would you like a treat?
Chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake. Ooh, how about a 7-layer no-fail chocolate cake with frosting? Aha! There's no calories in this one because it's virtual.
That's right. I don't mind calories.
1, 2, 3. Woo!
Lydia, this is
Oh,
Cassandra. Lydia, this is Cassandra. I bet it was like getting on that bicycle and riding with your hands in the air, huh?
Right.
Great job. And Shumpa, what was your experience like? Would you like to share? How was that? Your aha moments. Maybe she's away from her microphone. Shumpa? Oh, there you are.
I really liked Lydia's speech. It didn't sound like an icebreaker speech. It sounded like she was really good. And our word of the day, expand. I made some editing on my speech already. I adjusted it. So that's part of my speech now. And I love the fact that we all are publisher. We write something every day through emails or we post. So that was cool. And then the table topic about the books and all. Yeah, I learned something every day, and I need to practice, so I can improve.
You could, and you can always improve. It's just throwing that spaghetti against the wall, seeing what sticks. Spinning that
Today
merry-go-round the first
was
time.
not my day. For some reason, I was so blank, and then I had to make something up. So
But
I did.
But you got through it, and you went
I got
to the
through
end.
it. And,
Yeah, and that's what it's
in the
about.
middle, I thought I don't know, I was just stuck for some reason. I wasn't finding the path, and I'm like, okay, I need to get out of it. So
And
I
you
did
kept
it though.
going. You didn't give up. That's the main.
That's what I was
key.
going to say.
You
I
did
admire
not.
you so much because she kept going.
Who was that?
Lydia.
Lydia,
I
what did you
admired-
say?
I
Say
admired
that.
you so much because you kept going.
Thank you.
stood and you kept your composure and you kept going. I was rooting for you. Good.
Because
we were
I
all
rely on my braille, and I was without my braille, so I cannot look at my notes. I was going back to, but I had everything memorized. I don't know what happened. Maybe I just got nervous or something.
Nervous, yeah. But you know, that's spinning the wheel, throwing the spaghetti against the wall. Would you like a treat?
I really like the cheesecake idea. I like
Ah,
having.
delicious. How about a New York cheesecake with wonderful graham cracker crust? Coming your way, huh?
Ooh,
1, 2,
yes.
3, woo!
Don't let it hit the wall.
Yum, yum, yum. I know I got it all.
Ah, gobble, gobble, gobble. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, too. Okay, and let's see. We have some more guests. We have Kedar, and I'd love to hear from some of the people who spoke in a breakout room. But Kedar, are you available to speak? Kedar? Hussein? Kedar Hussein? Nope, I guess not. How about Carrie Kelly? How was it in the breakout room? You were the table topics master. Carrie Kelly? Okay. And Sandra, how was your speech in the breakout room?
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Carrie, yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, the breakout room, it was good. I found a little cheat sheet for table topics, and I picked the questions that I wanted to ask, and everybody loved them. So I did something right today.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I think that's the first time you were table topics master. Is that right?
Yep, that's the first time.
Wow. Branching out, just like Sandra's going to do.
Yeah.
Branching out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. And we're going to have table topics for our TEDx event. So we need a table topics master for that when it comes. So I want everybody to be practiced with that and ready. Awesome. Awesome. And would you like a virtual treat?
I want some pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin. Oh, Thanksgiving is Thursday. Pumpkin pie. Whipped cream or ice cream on top?
Whipped cream.
Whipped cream. Oh, I love that squirty whipped cream. I squirt it right in my mouth.
Nope, not for me. Give me the Cool Whip. Give me the Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. Yeah, a dip of Cool Whip. Okay, here it comes. Pumpkin pie with Cool Whip. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
All right,
Coming
thank
your
you.
way. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, and Marlon, are you still there? Would you like to say what you're taking away? You might have gone off to sleep because it's awfully late. Okay, and let's see, who else spoke in the room? Sandra.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was that speaking in the breakout room?
Well, I thought it was fine. It was good. I had cut my speech was way too long, so I had to sort of, I was kind of cutting it back, trying to make fit into the and so I didn't say a lot of things that I really wanted to say. I think I would try to incorporate more next time because I had a little more time.
So playing with those cards, seeing how much time you have. And I did the same thing. I cut myself off at yellow when I spoke last week at Heart to Heart. So it's really playing with that time without going over time, really important. But it's a wonderful thing to play with.
Yeah, and I love this story. It's about my sister. It's about my sister, and how we just loved each other. We didn't always understand each other, but it was a story that I wanted to tell. It kind of helps me, just helps me grow through this process of not having her here.
Yeah, and Sandra, I'm so sorry for your loss and that you lost your sister.
Yeah, I know. But,
Our
had to
great
be.
condolences. And I'm so glad that you could give her eulogy again here at Leaders Worldwide and get support and tell her story again.
Yeah. So that it was fun. So fun and bittersweet. But we're here for you. Mm-hmm.
We're here for you. Yeah. And I'm glad that you were so courageous that you could speak with us about that.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Very
we want to be here.
Very vulnerable. I find that I'm learning to be more vulnerable as time goes by.
And that's one of my 4 elements of a world champion speech, vulnerability. You got it. You got it, girlfriend. Awesome. Awesome. And would you like a treat?
Well, you know, almonds with chocolate with almonds is always good.
Ooh, that's a PMS cure. I love that. And a mood lifter. Here you go. Chocolate almonds. Woo!
Whoa. Got it.
Got 'em. Right. Wonderful. And Maureen, I would like to hear from you as the timer and what your experience tonight. What you were supposed to be an evaluator and you volunteered to switch to be the timer so that Catherine could be here in the breakout room.
Yeah, it was a wonderful opportunity to realize why I had lost my background. There was a window that was there. So I didn't in the virtual background, there was a window that was always there, but it was in the background. And I kept like pushing on it. I didn't know where it had gone. So I improvised. I go, okay, well, thank God I still have that construction paper in my room. I went and got it out. So it's, you know, it works. It's show up, it's do your best. It's, you know, access the resources you have. And then when I found it again, it was like, okay, we can go back to normal. Yeah, it was fine. It was great. And I'm happy to be here and I'm happy to be a service.
You're a consummate Toastmaster.
Thank you. And I'm noticing Rome, who was a guest, is still here. I don't know. Have you asked him if he wanted to give?
Yeah, Rome. I missed him. I'm sorry. Rome, are you available to share? He's not unmuting. Would you like a chocolate or another treat?
I would like pecan pie heavy on syrup with a gluten-free crust.
Ooh, a gluten-free crust. And do you want any whipped cream on that or
No,
or ice cream?
no, just the pecan pie, but heavy on the syrup in the side.
Oh, I love that. Great Thanksgiving treat. Here it comes, laden with lots of pecans and syrup. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Woo! Thank you.
Fabulous. And yeah, all of our guests, Rome or ET, he's at work. And would Cassandra like to share before we go? Cassandra?
Oh, yes.
Yay!
I had a wonderful time. I believe the people in our pod had a wonderful time. The speeches were great. I think everyone did a superb job. The feedback that was given with the evaluations were great. Table topics was great. We had a good time.
Yeah, that was Carrie's first time as the table topics master. How'd she do? Because you're up the top-notch table topics master.
She was superb. Questions were great. Feedback was great. Yes, the answers were great. We had a good time.
Fabulous. And you were Toastmaster in the breakout room in introducing the evaluators and the speakers. How was that? How did it feel?
It felt pretty good. We got into the groove of things, and once we got going, we were on the bicycle. We were rolling.
Awesome. And what would you like for a treat?
Well, you guys were talking about cheesecake.
Ooh.
I'm going to have some real cheesecake right here at the house. I went to Nathan's last night and bought the pie.
Woo! Like a New York cheesecake or what?
New York cheesecake, plain New York cheesecake, and it was wonderful. So I'm going to have a slice today, but I'll have one of those virtual ones right now.
Okay. I'll send you a virtual one. You send me a real one, okay?
Gotcha.
Okay, here it comes. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, got it. And I'd like to thank everyone in the pod today. It was really great.
Thank you.
Everyone came together.
Great too. Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. I love that you're practicing for our TEDx. Practice. That's how we're going to practice our TEDx. We're going to have those pods so everybody has a chance to speak or be a role player, a table topics master, a timer, and a Toastmaster.
And I just want to say everyone shared our similarities and celebrated our differences.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. You get an extra piece of cheesecake for that. Woo! I love it. And Isaac, our wonderful Toastmaster of the day, would you like to share your ahas and takeaways real quick?
Yeah, I really like Misty's table topics section because just sending emails, you are writing a book, you're telling your story. So I really picked up a lot from her speech today. So I enjoyed the meeting as always. And it's always a good meeting when Brother Curtis shows up because he's always doing the Zooming and I like the fact how he spotlights everybody. So enjoyed the meeting. And normally I ask for peach cobbler, but I've OD'd on Patty's peach cobbler, so I'm not going to ask for that today.
What are you going to ask for?
I'll go with vanilla Swiss almond by Haagen-Dazs.
Oh, Haagen-Dazs vanilla Swiss almond. Okay, 1, 2, 3, here you go. Woo! Awesome, awesome, awesome. We'll have a very happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We're looking forward to seeing you at our holiday party on the 5th. And next week we have an afternoon session and we're gonna see if everybody ate too much turkey and too much pecan pie, too much cheesecake, and I'm gonna have too much pumpkin pie with some whipped cream that I can squirt right in my mouth. That's my favorite kind. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.